Here's my tutorial on making your own Adventure Time title sword. First, here are the tools you'll need. A sharpened pencil, a box cutter, a small ruler, I used this triangle, a large ruler, I used a heavy-duty T ruler, a hot glue gun, a piece of sandpaper, a measuring tape, strong tape, I used Gorilla Tape for this, a pair of scissors, these are fun to run with, and whatever brushes you like. Besides those tools, you'll also need a 30-inch square piece of heavy cardstock, too thick to roll up, a bunch of hot glue sticks, a couple of bands, elastic is fine, I used hair bands, two 2-inch foam balls, a 3/4 inch wooden dowel that's at least 36 inches long, a scrap of cardboard, a piece of leather 2 feet long by 2 inches wide, some paper, and acrylic paint. At least cyan, magenta, yellow, black, and white. Step 1. Planning. Make a drawing of the sword with measurements. Step 2. Drawing. On your cardstock, mark out the shape of the blade. I made my blade 2 inches wide and 30 inches long. The tip is 2 inches wide and 2 inches long. I'm basically drawing two blades next to each other that are attached. This allows me to fold the design over. Leave a 1/4 inch gap at each edge for gluing. Step 3. Cutting. Put down cardboard so you don't wreck your table or floor. Using the heavy ruler, hold your design in place and cut it with the box cutter. Step 4. Just the tip. Now that the blade is cut out, draw the design of the tip and don't forget to leave tabs for gluing. Then cut and separate both sides of the tip. Step 5. Scoring. Using the back side of the box cutter blade, score all of your lines. This will make the stiff cardstock easier to fold. Step 6. Folding. Carefully fold all of your scored lines. This can be tough, but try to make your folds really neat. Thanks to the center scoring on both sides, it should already start to look like a real blade. Carefully remove any extra card around the tip so you can fold it the same way. Step 7. Glue. Now it's ready to glue. Use hot glue on your tabs and hold it shut with your bands. When the glue hardens, it should look like this. Step 8. Sanding. If you have a rough edge, like I did, just sand it down. Step 9. Handle it. Now to draw and cut out your grip. I used a 7½ inch square. Fold it over your dowel to get an ovoid, not a circular, shape. Then tape it shut. Step 10. Shave it up. Grab one foam ball and using sandpaper, shave a side flat enough that it can be glued to your dowel, like this. Step 11. Attach foam. Next I drew a line down the middle of the round side of the foam, cut a ridge on that line, and used a band to attach it to my grip. Use hot glue to hold the band to the foam, then use tape to hold the band to the grip, and lastly, extra hot glue around any gaps. Step 12. Leather. Now add the leather. Hold it to the top and pull very tightly as you wrap downward and on an angle. You only need glue at the very bottom. Your grip should now look like this. Step 13. Split the atom. Grab the other foam ball and draw a line down the middle. Now carefully cut it in half with your box cutter. You only need 1/2 of the ball. Use sandpaper to smooth the side you plan to use. Then set it aside. Step 14. Crossguard. Draw and cut out the shape of your crossguard. Mine looked like this. Folded, it will look like this. Step 15. Gem holder. Now cut out a disc of cardstock slightly bigger than your foam ball half. Like this. This will hold the gem. Step 16. Insert dowel. Now test your dowel length by putting it inside the blade and adding the grip. If it's a perfect fit, hot glue it. Then tape it for extra strength. Step 17. Rain guard. Slide your cross guard down the blade to where it will be. Draw and cut out 2 sets of rain guards and then glue them to the blade like this. The cross guard will be on top of the rain guards. Step 18. Glue cross guard. Glue the cross guard in place. You can see I've used Gorilla Tape here and here to reinforce the weak points. This is totally optional, but I recommend it. Step 19. Attach gem. Now we're going to take the circular disc of cardstock that we cut out earlier and half of the foam ball. The disc is going to be the gem holder. Now generously apply hot glue to the flat back of the foam and press it down onto the center of the disc. Hold it firmly until the glue hardens and set it aside. Now put a generous amount of glue on the back of the gem holder and firmly apply it to the sword. Give it time to harden. Now give it a quick spin to make sure it's okay. Step 20. Paint it. Now for painting. I'm just using some cheapo acrylic paint and some old brushes I had around. Nothing fancy. Before you begin painting, rub off any spots you got excess glue on, or pick them off with your nails. Then wipe the area clean so it's ready to paint. As long as you have cyan, magenta, yellow, black, and white, you can make any color you need. For example, the orange color on the sword is 1 drop of cyan, 9 drops of yellow, and 5 drops of magenta. Mix it thoroughly. Now, paint away. Really layer it on thick. Take your time here so that it looks really good. I balanced the sword on some junk so it could dry. If you're impatient, you can dry it faster with a hairdryer. When it's done, it should look something like this. And if you're a weirdo like me, you might look something like this. Mathematical!